Good morning. Good morning. It's Thursday. Oh, we've survived the worst of our weather this week. It was 117 when I was driving home from a class yesterday afternoon. 117. Are you freaking kidding me? It's just been miserable. But today it's going to cool off. I think it's only supposed to be like 111 today, so it's a pretty cool day. It's actually supposed to continue cooling off here for the next few days. So I'm very grateful for that. And sitting here listening to one of my chant CDs. Actually, it's on my iPod, my old iPod. The very first one I bought, like right when they first came out. And not all the buttons work on it anymore as the old with the big circle wheel. And the middle button doesn't work unless you use your knuckle to click it. So anyway, I love listening to these Gregorian chants though sometimes. Just that Om sound just really mellows my ass out. So if ever you're feeling anxious or stressed out, you might check it out. If you have Spotify or one of those services, just search for chants and see what you can find. So anyway, this is a pretty cool week, you guys. I'm kind of excited about this blood moon tomorrow, Friday, and the lunar eclipse. Of course, we won't see the lunar eclipse here in North America because it happens during the day for us. So I've just been reading articles and stuff about it, and because this is not my forte, astrology and the planets, that's not what I do, but I love to read about it, and I love to research. I really do. I like to find the information, and it takes time, and so that's why I like to share some of these little articles with you guys, so you don't have to go out and look for them and read them yourself. You can just listen, right? So anyway, this article I found, though, this is on the spiritual meanings of the blood moon that's coming up tomorrow. The full blood moon, accompanied with the longest total lunar eclipse of the century, happens the day after Mercury turns retrograde, joining 4 other primarily masculine retrograde planets. This is a massive amount of masculine cosmic energy swirling around at once, and the July blood moon spiritual meanings are extremely relevant to what is happening socially in the world at large. Most of the masculine planets in our solar system are retrograde, meaning that this is a time for review, looking inward and clearing. The blog Recreating Balance explained. During the blood moon and lunar eclipse, Mars, the planet of masculine action and assertion, will be in the same position in the sky as the moon. This makes the blood moon's directive, reflecting on destructive behavior, even more clear. Amid the Me Too movement, the July 2018 blood moon and lunar eclipse are mirroring the aspects of society that need to be healed most. During its retro backspin, Mars is reviewing its actions and trying to make its way back to the divine feminine, and it's encouraging humanity to do the same. I love this part. Mark is going to love this part. 2 sides of the same coin. The world is most peaceful when masculine and feminine energy are balanced and integrated versus at odds with each other. Spiritually, the July 2018 blood moon is asking us to take active steps towards healing a wound that's been festering for millennia. Obviously, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a blood moon to heal the rift between the masculine and feminine. However, the July 2018 blood moon seeks to open more people up to acknowledging that there is indeed a real problem, and perhaps each individual person has behavior and beliefs that need to be examined. Ready or not, the blood moon and lunar eclipse are are going to hold up a mirror, and not everyone will like what they see. Under this blood moon eclipse energy, the karma of our soul is going to be stirred. And if we pay attention, we may get a glimmer or a reminder as to why our soul chose this journey in the first place. The intuitive astrology blog on Forever Conscious revealed. While we may look at life through our physical eyes as being unfair, good, bad, and everything in between, the eyes of our soul sees things differently. There's nothing lighthearted about internal examination, assessing your faults, and trying to figure out how you fit into the bigger picture of the universe. Full moons and eclipses are always intense, kind of like Lorelei Gilmore after a few cups of coffee. A blood moon and total eclipse is akin to Lorelei. Oh wait, I just read that. Basically, it's going to make you feel bajiggity AF. Great language in this article, right? This Aquarius eclipse is going to push us, intuitive astrology cautioned. It's going to take from us. It is going to penetrate us right where it hurts so we can clear, release, and find our freedom. Think of it like this. In a tunnel, there is light on both sides. Right now, humanity is smack in the middle, which makes it feel akin to being trapped in a dark cave. It's hard to see how you got in, and even harder to find a way out. The July 2018 blood moon seeks to move you a few steps forward so you can see a glimmer of light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. As the longest lunar eclipse we will ever experience, this is an opportunity for us to dig deep and reach further to clear and let go of all that we no longer want to carry. This is a time for us to purge, cleanse, and detoxify. This is a time for us to release the karma of many lifetimes. Who else has been hearing this over and over and over? This whole surrender, surrender, surrender. Let go. Easy peasy, right? Unfortunately, the blood moon isn't some kind of magic cleanse. You won't wake up on July 28th to find that the blood moon has rid the world of everything dark and twisty. Some people still aren't willing to actively examine their behavior or admit that change is the only path forward. Spiritually is a process that people need to participate in to receive the benefits. On the other hand, just because someone ignores the messages from the blood moon, that doesn't mean they won't be affected. Things may become more difficult for them, and they might struggle to understand why. The school of hard knocks is a painful path, and things might get worse before they get better. Overall, the July 2018 blood moon and lunar eclipse represent a turning point for humankind. And because everyone has free will, just which way humanity will choose to turn remains to be seen. I love that. Don't you love that? This was on a website called bustle.com, bustle.com, and it was written by Brandy Neal. So yeah, that's a great little article. I thought this is a pretty powerful full moon. Hi Letha, how are you? And it's everything that's happening energetically right now that I read about, that I listen to, that I see and discuss with people. It's all about shedding our old ways. It's all about letting go of our duality, because we're moving into an energy of oneness. Not you against me, them against us. It's all of us as one. So this is, this is just part of these same ascension waves that are coming in. Right where I should be. Love what you just read. Thank you. Well, that's great. It's funny, who like pops in on these sometimes in the lives, and I know a lot of people watch them later in the day, but it's like if there's a message for you, it's like you you show up, you're here. So I think that's so beautiful the way that happens. So I'm glad you were here and you got to hear that. So anyway, we are, we're going through a lot of shifts. We have a group page that's called, it's a closed group, and it's called the Event Discussion Group or something like that. And it's just a few of us here locally. So if you would like to be added to that group page, just let me know, and you can send me a private message or comment, and I will add you to that group. But we're just sharing articles and thoughts and YouTube videos, stuff like that, that we see that we want to share with the rest of the group for this whole event. Some call it the wave. It's part of our ascension to the fifth dimension. And so it's kind of woo-woo stuff, kind of far out there for some people, which, you know, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, but if you are one that'd like to be on that group, please let me know. Also, I wanted to mention, today's Thursday, I have no Reiki appointments for Saturday. I have none, and I really would like some. So if anybody's thinking about coming for Reiki, do it. Do it Saturday, okay? I think I have one appointment tomorrow morning at 10, and then I don't have anything else until like Tuesday of next week. So anyway, because I'm going to Sedona on Sunday. So if anybody wants to come for Reiki on Saturday, I would love, love, love to do some Reiki, because so far this week I've had all cranial and hypno, which I like them both, but you know, Reiki that's my baby. That's my passion. So today we're on day 22 of our 40-day Mind Fast Soul Feast by Michael Bernard Beckwith. Dr. Beckwith is the head of the Agape Center for Spiritual Living in the Los Angeles area. And I know many people have seen his face on lots of different programs and shows. He's actually bald now. He doesn't have his long hair. But he's a maestro. He is really a force to be reckoned with. I love his stuff. But today's chapter is called Whole-Souled Devotion. Our little quote from Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Science of Mind. An evolved soul is also a worshiper of God. Today, call forth the whole-souled devotion of your heart. Unleash it in your life. Live in the great mystery, in that sense of awe at the infinite possibilities that are right within you and all around you. Metaphorically, fall on your knees at how healings happen, how insights and breakthroughs occur, how creativity expresses through you, how grace moves through you, compelling you to intuitively do the right thing at the right time. Be aware that when the scripture tells you to fear the Lord, it is saying to stand humbly before the magnificence, order, and unconditional love of the universe. Whole-souled devotion generates a purity that requalifies thought forms and directs your subjective thinking towards seeing the face of God in every experience, walking through the feet of all humanity, smiling at you from within all creation. Devotion will do this for you. You may think this is an impractical way to live, or perhaps you see yourself as not inclined to mystical experiences, thinking they are reserved for monks and yogis. Such a notion is merely the hypnotism of the race suggestion into which you have been lulled by living way too much on the surface of your consciousness. I love that part. Contemplate the truth that not even your greatest human lover can give you the eternal love of God. You came into this world alone, and you will leave it alone, except for the eternal lover who leaves you never. Does this not make it worthwhile to cultivate an intimate and personal relationship with the one who is the essence of love itself? Contemplate the eternality of the Spirit's love for you, and it will transform every misery into a stepping stone to joy. You are God's hands and feet, serving itself and all of its human selves through you. Serving itself in all of its human selves through you, loving itself in all through your own heart. Can you imagine a life for yourself, devoted to anything but the one who loves you so much it thought you into existence? Wake up today and cultivate whole-souled devotion for the all-encompassing presence. Affirmation, there's that word again. I surrender to the all-consuming love of the Spirit. I am absorbed by its presence, so personal that it has personalized itself as myself. It's beautiful. I was reading, I'm working my way through another book. It's called the Book of Awakening. And it's a daily thing. And yesterday's was really interesting because it just kind of tied this together. It says, and though the sun appears to disappear every day, it is earth that turns away, causing night. Likewise, when it appears that God is nowhere to be found, it is we, in the turmoil of our lives, who turn away or are turned away and back again and again. I love that. So today is about really embracing that relationship with your higher power. And, you know, some people like to call it spirit, some call it universe. Some like to call it the divine, the higher self. It's all interchangeable in my opinion. It's okay. Call it whatever you need. It's all the same source. So deepening that relationship and realizing our magnificence. I mean, we are freaking incredible. And the more I learn about not just all of, you know, the etherical stuff, but just even our human bodies and the miracles within, it's, you know, I mean, we should really be sitting in stunned silence all the time, just going, wow, this is amazeballs. That's my opinion. So anyway, tomorrow morning we'll be back, and it will be the day of that blood moon and lunar eclipse, and it'll be interesting to kind of see what everybody's experiences are over the next few days, you know, because it will last for a few days. Those energies of the full moon typically last a few days before and a few days after. So anyway, but tomorrow will be the peak, and I think the lunar eclipse actually happens at 4:30 Eastern, which would make it 1:30 here, correct? 1:30 in the afternoon. So anyway, that'll be interesting stuff. Have a great day. Hi, Shelly. How are you this morning? Good to see you. And I will talk to you all tomorrow morning, 7:30-ish. Thank you so much for being here. And always feel free to share if you are so inclined with any other groups you might be on or on your own page. I really appreciate your comments and feedback. And if there's any topic that you'd ever like me to do some research on for you, just let me know, because I love that. I love researching stuff like that. So Saturday, appointments available for Reiki. Anybody up? Let's go. I need to do Reiki. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.